So they're finishing up construction right now, removing some of the formwork that was done for the reinforced concrete wall barrier that's going up now. When I see this, I mean, it's our voices being heard, and our city council member and his team pushing for public safety. This is something that we asked for after the very first incident that hit our buildings, and so I mean, I'm proud to see it actually come to life and some actual physical protection that's here, and hopefully helps protect our property. You know, you hear screeching tires, and at this point now I'm just waiting for a boom or some other sound to happen. I checked my camera right away to see how that played out. And so, yeah, it's hard to sleep at night, when you hear those sounds and you're just waiting for what happens next. Yeah, there's been 3 pretty bad accidents where vehicles have coming southbound have actually jumped the roundabout and hit the buildings that we live in behind us. I feel safer now that this wall's being built up, but there's still excessive speeding all around that we hear on a daily. Yeah. Maybe we're desensitized to it now, but you hear speeding every day, every night. I live right off of Tyler, and you hear all the street racing at night. Yeah. I'm angry that that's happening, and especially any sort of property damage, but that's not the worst thing. If anybody was downstairs in their home when that happened and a car just comes into their house, that they're probably not here. I still think the roundabout overall is a good traffic deterrent and solution here. It's the excessive speeding that is, in my opinion, the cause for all of this. And so we've asked for elevated crosswalks to act as not only pedestrian safety measures, but that's more or less a speed bump as well. So that would help slow down drivers. And if again, drivers are going 50, 60 miles an hour over those things, they're gonna bottom out, ruin their vehicle. Yeah. And they probably won't do that again. It's a physical deterrent. We've asked for more police enforcement, traffic enforcement, but that can only happen occasionally, right? So it's not a long-term sustainable measure. During the crash last May that hit my neighbor 102, that was like 8:30 p.m. and so a lot of people came out for that because they weren't sleeping yet. Yeah. Police cars, fire trucks, tow truck, and a lot of people standing around. And even with that, a woman that was driving came northbound, drove through the scene and actually popped the curb, drove right through here, and almost hit our neighbor that was standing right here. So even with all those lights and chaos that was happening, people still drove through. Luckily, a cop car was here at the scene and went and chased her down and got her. And again, that same crash, the driver that jumped the roundabout rolled into my neighbor's building, and then they came back the next day looking for stuff they lost in that. And it's just like, it was mind-blowing, you know? Overall, I still do feel safe, especially with these additional measures and the attention that, folks like yourself have given us. There's more to be done, but overall, I do feel safe. Yeah, you definitely have to give the cars the right of way. Unfortunately, these temporary white water barriers were put here to help protect our homes should another car jump the roundabout as they built a permanent concrete wall. These provide an extra level of comfort. Fortunately, these have not been hit since they were installed, which is great to see. But the ones on the north side have been hit earlier this month, actually, and they act as a deterrent. And so it was kind of cool to to see that and have that temporary measure actually save a potential additional crash. When I see these, I feel safer with these here. It's just an extra line of defense. So at this point, we have so much evidence and past history of cars not staying on the road that we'll take anything additional that we can get. So me and my neighbors are not pushing for them to be removed. And it's just, for us, it's a level of comfort. It doesn't look the best, but a car in our downstairs unit also doesn't look the best either.